that good massage, which they do acupuncture, but they're, I guess they're not licensed in Maryland. So yeah, I would have to go over to the Virginia office too. But
Did it. Well, I just set up a new live. Sorry for the delay. If anybody's waiting on my other one, hop on over here. And today is upper body, torso, spine, and the neck and the shoulders. We have so much tension there. But a lot of times it actually starts in the hips and in the lower body and feeds up into the upper torso. So when I was in Mexico doing a body school with Yamana, we learned a lot of, the routine. She's always like creating the routine. She always is improving on the routines as she learns different things and she explores her own body. So it's really great to take body school with her and get a little bit more knowledge on just these basic routines, which are so good. So what we're going to focus on today is base breathing, learning how to begin relaxation just with breath and directing breath. And then we're going to move we're going to, roll into the hips a little bit and then get up into the each side of the spine, get into the ribs, the intercostal muscles, go out into the neck and the shoulders, get into the skull. And then if we have time, I want to end with using the savers to do this really nice full body stretch. Getting from it's interesting when you get into the feet and then feeling the release from the feet. But I don't want to start with that because I think it's too intense. I want to get the spine aligned and I want to get the rib cage open and lifted, and then we'll let gravity do the rest of it at the end. So we're going to begin with breathing. So we're going to come onto our backs. Now get you can get pearl or gold by your side so that you can have that to support the back. So we're going to go from just basic breathing, connecting the breath, and then we'll move into using the ball at the sacrum. So everybody has 2 mats, right? At least 2 mats. That's good to support yourself. Okay, good. And I'm just crisscross because I want to be able to get the recording. Okay. So we'll just start on our backs, feet are flat. You just go ahead and do a little spine roll down. And believe me, we will be stretching and relaxing here and warming up before we do anything. So kind of just take your time coming down and rolling your spine down, articulating the spine as you come down, and then begin to just land. And right here with your own breath, just land into your body. Begin to do a little body scan in the back of the body. Feel the bones connecting to the earth. And whatever you've brought into here today with you, just gently relax with it. And just be right here the next hour and a half or so. We're going to begin with easy breath, not guided, just find your breath now on your own. Your mouth gently closed. And take your time as you fill and inhale. And then relaxing on your exhale. Try to just let the air flow out, softening the ribs as you go. And continue a couple more of those breaths. Just get present to your breathing. And the more you relax, the more you can expand. And this relaxation is a progression, so just be gentle and patient. Eyes can be closed. Just feeling the breath as it comes in Relaxing with the breath as it goes out. And noticing where you're expanding and where you're filling. Do 2 more breaths on your own. All right, so let's begin now with a little bit of focused work before we get into the ball work. We're going to take our hands now, first spot, just take your hands and place them at the bottom of the rib cage. So you'll feel just trace the bottom of the rib cage with your fingers and just notice and feel those little bumps on the rib cage. And then you get into the belly, the diaphragm, right? So we're going to place the fingers kind of on the belly and let the palms be on the ribs. And this is just for your own focus, to focus air, to focus breath right there. These are the lower lungs, lower ribs. So when you're ready, take an inhale right here, nice and easy and full and even all the way in, just filling right there at the base ribs. And then when you exhale, let's just again relax and feel the retraction of the ribs, the softening of the ribs down towards the floor. Taking another breath in through your nose, inhaling and filling, broadening through the base ribs. Relaxing as you exhale. Follow that breath all the way down, full, and exhale. And go again. Inhale. Fill those ribs, expand, broadening to the top. Relax on your exhale. Just breathe, just relax, just getting air moving into the body. Take another breath in, expand, broaden, and relax. Just notice. Next breath, we're going to inhale and retain the breath at the top. So inhale all the way up, as much as you can. Feel right there where your hands are. Retain your breath at the top. Keep sipping air until you can't take in any more. Hold. Hold. And then soften as you exhale. Let it out. Try not to contract the ribs or anything. Just let the air leave. And notice. All right, heading up. Slide the hands up. A little higher till you're into those solid ribs now, right alongside breast tissue. Take a minute to feel the rib cage. Maybe slide the thumbs into the ribs, deep into the ribs, in between the ribs. Those are those muscles, those intercostal muscles. This is our mid-lungs. We're going to breathe here now. We're going to still bring air into the lower belly and the lower lungs, but now we're going to just aim right here, bringing awareness that we can breathe fully, right? So focusing on the front of the body. When you're ready, take an easy inhale here. Fill up to your capacity in through your nose. Keep expanding. Keep filling up to those hands, widening and broadening. And then relax on your exhale. Take as much air as you can. Push out all the air at the end without too much contraction in the ribs. Take another breath in. Inhale. Expand. Fill. Filling that cylinder, that pitcher, all the way up to the hands, widening, widening. Relaxing on your exhale. You can pull your belly in on exhale, but just try to relax the ribs down, inward to the midline, softening down to the floor. Take another breath, expand, filling, even breath, even all the way, broadening, widening. Exhale, relax. Relax, relax, relax. One more, and we're going to hold the breath at the top. Take it all the way in, breathe in, fill all the way to the tippy top. You can lift your hands away from your ribs a little bit if you want to just release or lift. Hold the breath here, hold the breath. Relax. So we just kind of think about this 360 breath, front, focusing on the front, but the sides are filling into the back as well. Slide the hands up now, option to put your thumbs up into your armpits, fingertips come down onto the chest bone. Make sure it's just on top of breast tissue. You're in that clavicle area, that upper chest now. You can breathe all the way up here, up under the armpits, all the way up into the upper neck. So just take a minute to focus there with your mind, knowing that the breath is going to fill now from base to mid, all the way up here, but build it up, breathing up through your little cylinder here. And relax on your exhale. Soften here. Another breath in, take it in, inhale, filling, bottom, mid, all the way to the top. Keep sipping air, keep breathing, but keep it even. No rush. Soften when you're ready. Exhale. Taking another breath in. Inhale, breathing in, filling, front. Maybe the sides that start to expand now as we're getting more relaxed. Feeling the back press. Keep broadening. Exhale. All together now, all the way to the top. We're going to retain the breath when you're ready. Inhale, fill all the way to the top. Keep filling all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. Hold at the top. Sip a little bit more. Hold. Relax. Relax. Everything relax. Hands can come down to the sides now. Bring your arms up over your head and straighten your legs out. And just lie on the floor, eyes wide open, and just breathe now. Full capacity here, full length. Taking full breath up and full breath down. Breathing the full length of the body. So during our practice, when I think about this, fully breathing, expanding today into the lungs, into the rib cage. Side bend to the left. So just take your arms over to the left, take your legs, leave your legs straight, just side bend the upper torso. Doing a little crescent moon, side bending left. And just feel the stretch on the left. On the right side, let's take an inhale up through the right hip, up through the right ribs, up through the right armpit, all the way up into the right neck. Stretching, reaching with the arms and legs. Exhale out. Do it again. Inhale, breathing, filling all the way up as you can. Full length, full exhale. Come back to center. Really take advantage of this length we're creating just with breath and relaxation, right? Expansion because we're relaxed, because we're open. Side bend to the right now. Side bend the torso, leave the legs straight. You can look down that right side. Again, aiming breath to the left side. You can inhale, coming up that left hip, left waist, left ribs, left armpit, all the way up to the clavicles, the neck. Taking the journey with the breath today. Exhale when you're ready. Take your time. Just exploring the capacity of your body, the intention of the breath. Come back to center. Take one big last stretch here, point and flex. Roll out your wrist a little bit. Flex your feet, point your toes. Flex your feet, point your toes. Contract every muscle in the body now. Contract, contract. Belly pulls in, contract. Squeeze the thighs. Flex your feet. Make fists with your hands and really just hold this power in, and then relax. So we go 100% both ways, right? Full effort, full relaxation. Do it one more time. Contract the thighs, flex the feet, make a fist. It's like you're being shot out of your rocket. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Pull the belly in, pull the ribs down. Squeeze everything to midline. Hold, hold, hold. And then completely relax, let go. Be a little floppy. Relax. Okay, let's work with the gold ball, bending your knees. Now we're just gonna like work in the low back, stabilize the low back, and then we're gonna start heading our way up the spine. So feet are flat, and you're gonna just push your hips up into bridge pose. And just take a bridge pose for a minute. Feel the back of the shoulders. Squeeze the glute muscles, just get that stretch through the front quads, the front hips. And just letting the gravity. Now take a breath here, feeling a little bit of resistance probably on inhale. Diaphragm has to work in the opposite direction as usual. And as you exhale, just bring that low back down to the floor and feel the low back press into the floor. We're going to take another one. Inhale, lift the hips away from the floor. And then exhale and bring the hips back down to the floor. Don't take a breath now until you get up there. So take a bridge first, and now concentrate on inhaling. Exhale. All right, one more time. Take a bridge, inhale, take it, or bridge up and then inhale. Keep the hips up, exhale. Slide the ball now at the low back, right at the sacrum, and then start to bring your knees up one at a time. So from here now, you can put your hands on the floor and just pull your knees towards you. So we just come into a little stretch here. And now push the legs away from you and push the low back down into the ball. Engage your core here. Pull your belly button into your spine. Low abdominals connect to the ball. Hold there. And now exhale and pull your knees towards you. Knees go away. Low back presses, abdominals engaged. Take a big inhale here. Inhaling into the lungs. Broadening the lungs, belly engaged. Exhale, knees come towards you. And relax. One more. Legs go away. Press your low back. Abdominals engaged. Push down, stabilize here. Now inhale, fill the lungs. Exhale, knees come towards you. Wrap your arms around your legs and just let everything now just drop towards the torso. And the ball supporting your low back. Just feel yourself let go even more. You've got a nice support here. Breathe into the low back now. Aim your breath to low back. Inhale. Exhale. Let the arms come down. Now bring the legs back out. So their legs are stacked a little bit right over your ball. Now we're going to take the knees to the right. So you want your hands flat on the floor, arms down. Bend your knees, ankles and feet together, knees together. And then just take your knees over to the right as much as you can without falling off the ball, just to create a little bit of work. Take a breath in here. Exhale. Bring the legs back to center. Okay, take your knees over to the left. Knees to the left, shoulders stay on the floor, belly engages. Press the low back, take a breath in. Breath out. Knees back to center. One more each side. Knees to right. Press the arms down, shoulders down, belly engages, back presses. Inhale. Exhale. Keep that back pressed. Keep the belly in. Back to center with the knees. Reestablish your center. Stabilizing your low back. Keep that low back pressing down. Knees over to the left. Keep your abdominals engaged. Hold that line. Take a breath in. Filling those lungs. Exhale. Back to center. Good. Legs straight up.
inversion. Roll out the ankles, point flex. Roll out your ankles. Just feel the back now pressing. See if you can push the low back down now here. Hold, hold, hold. The idea here is to stabilize the low back by engaging your core, engaging your low back or your low belly into your back, and you're creating that container. Right? All right, let's bring the feet down one at a time. Lift the hips off the ball and just press your hips up into that bridge pose. Keep your gaze right up to the ceiling. Push your feet down and forward and kind of stretch. If you can feel that stretch through the neck and the fascia kind of from the neck through the shoulders, lengthening your neck without jamming your chin down. Keep your eyes straight up. Keep your chin away from your chest, but keep pushing your feet. And maybe you can feel the stretch. Arms are down to the side. And just feel the press down and the stretch through the neck, the shoulders. Breathing, squeezing the bridge up. And then bring the hips down. Remove the ball. And just bring your hips back down to the floor. All righty. Roll your neck out a little bit, side to side. Okay. All right, pull your knees into your chest and just rock and roll yourself up to seated. How do you guys feel? Already awake? Or okay. All right, so we're going to go up the spine in the twist. I'm going to show you guys this so you don't have to look around. Take some water if you need it. So you can use pearl or gold, and it's a pretty intense twist. So I like to use 2 balls. I'll show you guys this side and then the other side. So you're going to take your knees to the left. You're going to place the ball at the low back. I'll show you guys from this side too. And so we're going to do 3 or 4 spots. So right at the low back, what we just did, pull the belly in and press the low back to the ball. And this is going to start to really rotate the torso and open up the torso, get the stretch going. Now, this is intense. So you can take the ball, and I like to put it between my knees like that because it helps to pull weight into the twist a little bit. So it's not, and then you can really begin to work the twist. We'll be here at the low back. We'll be at the solid ribs, and then we'll be up just 3 spots. Then we'll be up right behind, right at the scap. This is going to open us up, and this can be pretty intense. You want to take it, be mindful. Don't be cranking into it because we're going to do another routine here too. So really working on this today. Stretch, 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 right? And then we'll come off, and we'll do the other side. So 3 spots, okay? Did you guys see that over there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I feel like I had like a prana shot of espresso. Okay. Okay. So let's take the right side. And again, the modifications for the twist are the ball. And if that's too intense, you can always hold your leg like that and even take the twist out even more. Okay. This twist can be pretty intense. Okay. So let's start on the right side. We'll be down on our backs. I'm going to set you guys up and I'm going to walk around and help. Okay, so right here. And I want you to think about today, it's really just about making space between the hips and the ribs. This is where all of our vital organs live. So we really want to we want to get, we want to get lift and space in here. So if you think about that, it's just an easy lift out. Might feel tight, but we keep working. So take the knees to the left. So just start your twist. I love placing the ball between the knees, and that just makes my legs more relaxed. Snuggle that pearl ball right at the sacrum, and then just push your hips onto the ball. Arms can open up, or you can have your hands on your ribs, or whatever feels best. So relax the legs first. Start to push the low back now into the ball and pull the low abdominals in. And just being in this twist here, we're already creating, opposites. So go ahead and pull the belly in, push the back in, hold here, take a breath in, breath out, and then relax. We go again, push the low back, pull the belly in. Take a breath in, breath out, and relax. One more. Push the low back, and push in the hip, push the low back down, pull the abdominals in, hold that, holding. Take a breath in, right up into the lungs, up into the ribs. Expanding here. Exhale out. Relax. Good. Just slightly roll away. Push the ball up to the rib cage, and you're going to kind of set it under that rib cage and lay your rib cage onto the ball. Same thing, subtle moves here. Finding that spot. Now we're going to press the low back, pull the abdominals in, and press down through the lungs, press down through the rib cage, taking a breath in right where the ball is. Relax and exhale. Go again. Push the low back, pull the abdominals in, push those ribs down into the ball. Now expand the breath right where the ball is, expanding the lungs and the ribs right there. Then relax, releasing and relaxing. Taking another breath in, inhale, press down, breathe in. And exhale out. Good. All right, from here, relax, roll away from it a little bit, push the ball up. Now, just behind your scap muscle, catch the edge of your scap muscle. So this is what I'm going to walk around and see where you are. You're going to kind of catch the scap edge and then mold your back around the ball, opening the chest here. And I'll come around and see where you guys have your little scap muscles here. You feel that kind of like up and molding that. Yeah, good. All right, got it? Okay, good. So just go ahead and breathe that same concept here. You're gonna push, pushing down from the front body to the back body and then opening the chest as you breathe. Opening the chest as you breathe. Yeah. That's it. Just the shape.
You need to stay here and do that.
I'm going with the shoulders, don't worry.
You just pop right back up.
I know.
Right.
Breathing, molding, opening.
I need a 10-pound weight on my bed.
All right, we're gonna do one more spot because it's so juicy. All right, so now we're gonna just keep it right, you're on your scap, right? So just push it up just a little bit higher so it gets, you're still on your scap, but just a little bit higher. And you're not up to your shoulder though. I want you to stay on the back. I don't want you to be on the shoulder head. I want you to be right on the back of the scap muscle. And see if you can press your chest up a little bit as you reach your right arm. So kind of work there. Now stay. This is the part of the work that we just stay now and let the body open. I'm going to come around again, taking a breath in. And a breath out. You can deepen it by looking to the right. You can open. It's like you're just spreading your chest out. I know, this is a really intense style. Thank you. Oh, yes. Breathe. But time, work. Shoulder okay?
Yep. Surprisingly.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
You know, some days it just
Haven't been doing much to make it.
some days it just decides to cooperate.
Yeah.
Stay down, teacher. Yeah. I'm just flexible. I'm just flexible. So that's where you have to. I'm just flexible. There you are.
That's a twist.
You good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good. Okay. Now, we need to come out of this.
Yeah.
Mindfully come out. So we're going to just take the knees back to center. And you're going to just kind of slide off the ball and take it out and lay down for a second. We don't want to mess up anything we just did. Shoulders, just let the shoulders come down. And then this is the fun part. You get to just kind of observe what just occurred. The benefits of it. Feel the shoulder, feel how the hip feels, relationship to the other hip. Just trying to see the difference in the way the body looks.
It feels completely different.
Mm-hmm. And that's that's what we really did in Mexico, is really spent time and learned that when you really take the time and spend the time, just really wait, then the body can release and get somewhere.
Yeah.
So pull the knees into the chest now one at a time and just give yourself a little snuggle, an Apanasana hug, rolling through your back. Just roll right back from one hip to the other. The hips mirror the shoulders, so just kind of relax into the hips a little bit, relax into the back. Breathe into the back, expand the breath. Notice the breath as you inhale, kind of just focusing the direction of your inhale into your back shoulders. See if you can notice the difference between the right side and the left side as you inhale. Roll out your neck, just gently look to the right and to the left. And then we're going to do the other side, so bring the feet down. Taking gold, taking pearl, taking gold. You need gold between your knees, try that, do that. Take your knees over to the right first, start the twist, see what you're dealing with. Each side's different. It's not bad or good, it's just different. And then slide the pearl Some people use gold here, but I feel like it's nice to start with pearl, especially if you're tight. The gold's pretty intense. So slide the pearl here, low back, and start your twist here right away. Do this breath work together. And the more intense twist doesn't necessarily mean it's better, right? It's better to start a little bit back off from your full setting, right? Just to ease the body. The body receives more benefit when it's at ease. So press the low back now into the ball and pull your abdominals in. Take a breath right into the ball, expanding breath into the low back. Exhale, and then relax everything. So you feel yourself actually roll away from the ball a little bit. Relaxing, relaxing. Go again, push the low back, push the hip in, belly engages. Take a breath in, expanding up into the, forcing air up into the upper lungs. Exhale, relax. Relax away from the ball, just relax the hips and everything. When I say forcing air, I mean because you're engaging your core, your diaphragm's already restricted, everything's gonna push up. That's what I mean by that. All right, so do again. Press low back into the ball, engage your abdominals, pressing in. Now breathe, inhale, filling that balloon. Lungs expand, back expands. Now relax everything. Breathe, soften. Feel that. When you're ready, push the ball up to the bottom of the lungs, or to the bottom of the ribs. So you're up in the ribs, you're not up at the scap yet. And just kind of, as you roll away, place your ribs down. And same kind of technique here, you're gonna mold the ribs around the ball. And just that molding, lifting the rib cage up and molding it around the ball creates that possibility for the lungs, for the breath. And then we'll start again now. We're going to press from the front of the ribs where you are, pressing to the front of the ball, to the back of the ball, to the floor, molding, draping that rib cage around, filling the breath in, exhaling out. Relax. Go again. Mold, stretch open, mold. Pull your belly in, create that support, bringing air up into the lungs, expanding all directions. Taking your time, really feeling the expansion, feeling the slow build of the air. Soften away. Another breath in, engage the belly, stabilize the low back, and inhaling into the back, front, side, back, lungs, ribs. Softening and exhaling and melting and then molding even more. Gaze can be left, reaching left. Try not to lift the ribs, even though if you need to lift the ribs initially just to get the kind of the vibe, but then you want to push the ribs down onto the ball. We're actively now pressing the scapula muscle in and down, which is therapy for the shoulders. Spend a moment here, maybe even rotate your arm bone a little bit to create a little different vibe here. And again, imagine you're actually pushing that scap down and shoulders press down. So now we're going to roll away. Now I'm going to come around and give you guys a little bit of love. Roll away, push the ball up. Now you're going to be right on the edge of your scap muscle, bone. So if you move your shoulder, you can feel it maybe scraping on that ball, and then mold the shoulder around the ball. Mold the shoulder. Take a minute to feel that out. Expand your arm. You stay in your breath work here. Good. Mm-hmm. Look at that twist.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm. That's right. Now look to your left. No, to your right. If you look right, or left, yeah. If you feel a different twist there, looking to the inside of the other. Yes. They're so busy holding and waiting and look at these holds. Always like, I'm always paying attention. So I'm just paying attention. Okay, keep breathing. Right? To the right.
To the right.
Twist there, feel it?
No. I don't feel more twist.
Got it?
Yeah. I feel my arms.
That's but you feel it in this your torso?
Not much.
What's that?
Okay, there's one. I just need to put on.
Do? Good. I don't know about effort. I think it's just more like
Yeah.
getting into it. Yeah.
I think it was
He's hitting that spot.
Tired to the right next to the left.
It's wonderful.
It's good. Are you getting it through here? You can do that
Yeah.
and still get,
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
So get you a little bit on it.
That's what's good about this, because you don't know until you know.
There, it's better, different, maybe not better, different.
different.
You good?
Mhm. And you're right with the hip and the shoulder being correlated.
Yeah, it's amazing, and you know, once you kind of get that, you can kind of like go in it. We'll roll the glutes out in a second. This is great, because no one's doing.
Mm-hmm.
It seems weird that if we just lay here, it's gonna do something, but it does.
And when do we ever stretch out like our pectoral muscles and under our armpits? It's like, we don't think about those. So I need a 10-pound weight.
All right, ladies. So just so we're, even, just roll away from that just a little bit, scooch down, and just bring it just a little higher. Almost just to the top of the scap, almost to the back of the shoulder, and just roll into that area. Extend and reach out, looking away, knees. Yeah, good. Just rolling and just kind of spend a few breaths there, just with a little higher. We're just kind of finishing off the full line there, taking a breath in and a breath out. So we're up here now. Yeah. Head's gonna be down, or if you need to support it, just reach and stretch, lifting, molding. So rather than like arching the spine, or the energy is not doing more, it's doing less. And so instead of you might need to arch the spine a little bit to get the pressure down into the ball, but then once you have it more, it's a molding of the bones. So here we're really doing a lot of bone stimulation to get the impact out of the bone so that then it can start to mold and get our bones actually shorten as we age. So we're trying to get length back in, suppleness back in. A lot of talk about building muscle, not a lot of talk about taking care of our bones. Taking a few more breaths here, just continuing to mold and practice that feedback from your body. How can I, the concept of my bones being supple as well, being able to mold them around the shape that I'm in. Right. If you still feel things locking up at all, just move that body part and breathe into it. I love the breathing. Taking one more full breath in right where you are. Very good. So to come off now, we're going to do the same thing we did before, just roll away from the ball. Just roll off the ball. Take the knees back to center, take the ball out, and just relax. And notice the energy flow in the body, the breath. How your chest feels. Shoulders, are the shoulders rolling back maybe as you put your arms down, palms up? Can you feel the shoulder bones, the heads of the shoulders settling down? Taking some breaths up into the clavicles, up into your collarbones. See if you can breathe all the way up. You can, but can you? Just bringing that air all the way up from the base. Bringing that 3-part breath, how we breathe in, filling bottom lungs, mid lungs, all the way up to the tippy points of the lungs, right up into the clavicles. And relaxing down into the floor.
So we're going to begin to move, now we're going to move to the front of the body and we're going to do our double blacks. And we've made space now in the back rib cage. Let's work with the muscles of the abdominals, getting the front torso to lift. So sit up and just see how you feel different.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Rome wasn't built in a day, but
The crunchiness is good sign.
yeah.
Yes, it's,
Okay, so this is our abdominal routine. We're gonna do 3 lines today. So we'll start with stacking. If you need to take out one ball, you can, but we'll start right inside the hip bone. So if you slide your hands over your front hip bone and you sink into the abdominal muscles, you wanna just be inside that hip and you're gonna stack. So we'll be here, right? And then we'll be in the center.
oh, interesting.
And then we'll be here. So you can be off the hip a little bit, almost in the front hip pocket where they, the psoas muscle is back here. We can get into there. 1, 2, 3. And when you naturally get down there, you're going to find yourself doing this. So we did a nice prep work for the back. So we'll start here. We're going to go here, and then you're going to come on down, and you're going to be in Sphinx pose. So right inside that front hip, stack the balls, and come on down onto Sphinx pose.
Right side.
Yeah, right side. So that's how that looks. And I will be sideways. Get that. Try to knock over my water. So you guys hang there for a second, breathe. Now we have a little bit more of a different space. Yeah. So Sphinx pose to start. We're going to make our way down onto our all the way down. So examine here what's happening, feeling, and this, I feel like this is just a release spot. So if you reach for your ribs, you can lift the ribs up, away from the ball set, and tailbone can get long here. If you feel like you're crunchy in the back a little bit, just lengthen, slightly tuck the tailbone. You might not need to do that, but if you feel crunchy in that low back, you can lengthen your tailbone. Engage your core here, pulling your belly in. Taking a breath in. Expanding into the balls, and then exhale and relax. Let yourself sink down. Now start to make your way down, molding, just like we did our shoulder, molding over the ball. Now we're molding around those black balls. And you can inchworm lift your torso up a little bit, and then come on down. So you're lifting away from the ball. You get that, and you're just kind of molding through. So try to even the weight out. Flex your both feet here for a minute. And mold down. Mold your hips around the ball. Take a breath in. Breath out. And keep your left foot flexed. You have your tippy toe left. You're going to point your right toe. And as you point your tailbone down and kind of, mold into the balls, take your right leg up. So it doesn't have to be super high. Just take it up. Take a breath in. Point your toe. Inhale. And exhale. Bring that leg back down again. And then relax everything. Go again. Press down through the back of the hips. Lift your leg. Breathe. And exhale that leg down. Everything else is heavy and relaxed. Point your tailbone down again. Mold those hips around the ball. Connect, inhale, take the leg up. And exhale and take it down. Good. Breathe. Stretch the right side, lengthen the arm, lengthen the leg. And then slide yourself back up to Sphinx pose. So remember, we're talking hips and shoulders connected. So here we're kind of getting into the hips from the front. Kind of shimmy, shimmy, shimmy into that Sphinx pose a little bit. Going to roll to the left and just take the balls, push them to the left to center. So you have one ball at the navel and the other one is just on top of the pubic bone.
Don't want to be higher than the navel. Want to keep away from that diaphragm. Now we're true center line of the body. And this is where you figure that out. Oh, I thought, okay. All right. So if you need to get up, go for that, but otherwise.
From expressing right there.
Yeah, I know, right. We're going to get off that in a second. So take a breath here in Sphinx, expand belly into those balls. An easy exhale out. Pressing your low back down. Pressing your low back down stabilizes the low back. Relax the back. Inhale, take another breath in. Exhale. Press the back of the hips down. Press the low back down. So you should feel the pubic bone pressing down, and then relax. All right, so from here now, take yourself up to high Sphinx if you can. And just let that shape get settled in. And we're gonna slide down onto our belly. So just take your time, but keep the length as you come down. So kind of stretch away, and then mold all the way down. And then you make adjustments here. As you feel a little nauseous, you want to get out of the diaphragms. Just scooch up a little bit. Get closer to that pubic bone. Taking a breath in now, we're going to inhale. Exhale. Pressing the low back down to get a little bit more. Pressing the hips down to the floor, pubic bone down to the floor. Taking a breath in, inhale. Expand. Exhale. Hips press, lengthen through the spine. One more, relax the hips, take a breath in. Filling the back ribs. Exhale. Soften, everything relaxes, relax. Then come back to Sphinx pose. You can come to high Sphinx if you can, go ahead up. Lifting, you can walk closer with your hands, coming into a little bit higher Sphinx, right? Hip bones press down just a little bit. Shoulders soften away from the ears, draw them down. Pull your belly in. Feel that articulation of the torso. Feel some of it, feel none of it, just try. Pull the belly in, hips press down to the floor. Shoulders pull away from the ears. And then slide yourself back down around those balls. Slide. Roll off to the right, and we pull the ball set over to the left. You're just inside your hip bones. It's our last spot. So take a moment really to get them in there, stack them, and then you want to, do your best to wrap your hips around. So you're sliding inside your hip bones. You're in your abdominals. You're in your transverse abdominals here. Extend the leg. So we're always looking for length. Left leg extends. Left arm, slide down. Right? Remember when I said earlier, we're really trying to make space. We're lifting the rib cage up and away. Tucking your tailbone, pressing the back of the hips down, lengthens the back. And we're pressing from the front, so we're relaxing the back. Breath in. Breath out. Over here on the stomach side of the body. Breath in. Breath out. We do our leg lifts now. Right leg, right foot's going to be flexed. You're on the tippy toes. That's your little anchor. Point your left toe. Lengthen your left leg. When you're ready, take a big breath in. Lift the leg up as high as it comes. Don't try to overdo. Reach, extend, length. And then down you go with that leg and relax. Tuck your tailbone, press down. Inhale, lift the leg. Lengthen, and exhale, relax.
One more time. Press the hips down, really mold around that ball. Lift the leg first before you breathe in, or take the leg up, and now inhale. Exhale. Relax. And reach back and just take your balls out and just lay on your stomach for a second. Feel that, called the negative stomach, the negative feet when we do work. Breathe here. Let the belly expand towards the floor. Bending your right knee. If you can reach back and take your foot for half bow. Start off with a quad stretch, and you can come up into a half bow. So we work the same kind of body principles here. Shoulders away from your ears, lengthening your arm, pressing your foot into your arm, belly's in and up. Right, just that support here in the base, lifting the torso up, stretching the hips, pressing your low back down, get that, and then come on back down again, release that foot, and then take the other side, catch the ankle, pressing from the hips down, so the back of the hips press, that creates the stability, right? And then your arms out for your stand, push your foot into your hand, and then work your torso up, doesn't have to be super high. And then you just pressure your hip, back of your hips down, pull the belly in, you stabilize that low back. And then the lift comes out of the waist, upper back is what lifts up, upper ribs, belly engages, shoulders down. Breathe. Lengthening and lifting, stable back, low back stable, and then exhale to the earth. Back bends happen in the upper torso, mid to upper, low back doesn't do it. You want to keep that nice and stable. Rock your hips and sway your legs. Yeah. Option for full bow here. Both hands back to the ankles, flex your feet. Look at you, Miss Leah. You know what? A lot of the restrictions are in the upper body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at you, Miss Marilyn. I'll help you. Okay, I have to get her because she needs to be with us. Hang on, I can't just jump up.
Okay, that's not good.
Oh, dang, girl, you got it. Okay,
I had it, I just cramped.
I know, my hamstrings were like screaming.
Yeah,
Okay,
mine were too.
catch it, relax.
My clubs are so tight.
Whoa,
Oh, wonder why.
hiking. All right, press your feet, just press your feet into your hands. Joe?
Yeah.
You got it? or you
Just
got it?
cramping.
Okay, okay.
I'm
All right,
trying, but
No, just you do you. I thought you needed help. Okay, press your low back down. Lengthen your tailbone. Just keep holding that, pressing the low back down. Now just lift the legs. Doesn't matter if they leave the floor. Just lift the legs, lift the legs, lift the legs. And spread the pecs out. Spread your toes. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Breathe, breathe. Yes, very nice. Good job, JoJo. And relax, everybody.
Thank you.
Woo!
Good
Okay.
grief.
We have to have one effort posture. Okay, roll
Why do
to,
you think I'm in Cody's class?
roll to your side.
No
You're,
effort,
I mean, you're
please.
not a newbie, okay? Come on. Roll to your back, relax.
Okay.
Woo! Okay, that's a big effort. It's a big effort. So we're gonna restore now with a forward fold on those sabers. This is gonna be a juicy stretch, for the hamstrings and, the quads. I don't know what to tell you about the quads. The quads are always tight for everybody. We'll focus on this week in class. I know I need to. Okay, let's just relax a minute, breathe. So we'll do our foot saver stretch, and then we'll finish up with the upper neck. Wait on you, Kath.
No pressure.
Okay, all right, so everybody's popping up, so don't even lay down, Kath. That was your break.
Sorry.
No mercy.
No mercy.
No mercy. No, you can wait.
Oh, I wasn't the other one.
We have to have a pee break. YouTube Live. We're having a pee break. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened to my live, my other thing. To learn how. Sometimes it just doesn't work, and you just have to redo it. All right, so I'm going to show you guys this. Well, I'll wait till later.
I get some magnesium in me. Crampy.
Yeah. I use the activation spray at night. I just spray my whole body down before I get into, my jams. And it's so much easier because I know 'cause I'm so tired of like taking all these pills because I take so many supplements. So anyway, it's just pump spray. You do 50 pumps a day, and it gives you your dose.
Awesome.
It's magnesium.
It's magnesium, and there's
That's
some.
supposed to help you sleep.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing, and my functional guy, I said I cannot take another supplement. He's like, well, just try the spray. I do drops and sprays and I mix it up, but I like it because you spray yourself.
You spray your whole body.
Spray your whole body.
Does it smell good?
It doesn't have any odor. No odor. It's really good.
It's called a magnesium
I'll
spray.
send you the link. It's from Activation Products,
Oh my God.
an Australian company.
Helps you sleep. It's good if you have muscle cramps.
And restless leg syndrome, actually, when Christina came here years ago in my studio, she had, she's in Florida now, but she had a restless leg. And I said, look, I've been doing this magnesium spray and I know that helps. And she got it and she sprayed her legs down 50 pumps every night. She's like, she totally helped.
It absorbs through the skin.
Epsom salt baths too, because Epsom salt is one of the highest concentrates of magnesium.
Oh, wow.
It's very,
Makes
yeah.
sense.
Just remember
Get your magnesium from Epsom salts.
Yeah, take a nice bath and
Put a little lavender
dump
in
it,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, the Dr. Teal's from Costco, the box of 6 bags, but you have to put a whole bag in. People think that you're just gonna put a cup in, but the therapeutic levels are an entire bag
Yes, yes.
to really, so yeah, it has the magnesium. All right, so this is a stretch for the, really the entire body. And you're gonna be up against the wall. So go up against the wall so you can have your bootay against the wall and take the gold ball with you.
One or two.
Just both of these and one gold.
Okay.
So you're gonna, and I'll show you guys what you're doing, and then I'll just, I can talk you through it. But we're gonna do, you usually do 3 lines of the foot, but we're just gonna do the center line today because of time, and also it'll get it done. So the center line of the foot is the heel, then the front of the heel. So you have the back of the heel, the front of the heel, in the arch, right at the back of the ball of the foot, and then up in the front of the ball of the foot. So, you're just going to be moving your feet and taking this like that up.
And we'll spend some time here because this is a really nice release point from the leg to the foot. Okay, and then this is what it's gonna look like. So you're gonna start with your feet hip distance apart. Your butt's gonna be kind of against the wall just so you can, because what you're gonna do is you're gonna be coming out forward. So you're gonna start at the back of your heel, and then you're gonna push your butt back into the wall, because and then you're gonna be out here. So you're gonna be tractioning the spine. So you're not like in this deep forward fold. You're lengthening out, pushing your booty back, and then you're in your heels. And I'll help you when you come around. I'm gonna pull you out. Your head can relax so you don't cramp your neck. So your head can drop down. But I want you to really reach, but keep anchoring into the balancing act, right? Anchor into the back of your heels. Yep. And pull it down.
Stretch.
Yeah, and you have to bend your knees here. Okay, so you gotta be way out here. You wanna be, so come on up. Stand, like,
That's all I got, Sue.
no, you don't wanna be like, you don't wanna have an angle like that. Yeah, you wanna be out like that.
No, I'm too short.
You're not too short.
All right,
You just need to get back here.
maybe, yeah, there we go. Okay.
So you're not as far, yeah.
Good.
So you wanna be able to
stretch
So
though.
it's great stretch. So you wanna be able to come off the wall a little bit. There you go.
Okay.
So the whole point, now relax. Yeah. Good. Now just start to breathe and shimmy, like figure yourself out. Okay, girl, you want your feet a little bit farther apart, I think. Yeah, a little bit.
Keeping my weight in my heels.
Yeah, that's okay. You'll figure it out. So, yeah. So you want to be able to come off the wall a little bit, bend your knees, and you're just looking for that. Just so you can push back into the wall, just so it's there. I just didn't want you to fall out. That looks great. And then relax your head. That looks good, Kath. Relax your head, and once you kind of get it, take a breath in. Push back, but then reach forward. So it's a little shimmy. It's just a rocking back and forth a little bit. Relax your head. Really, now roll the ball out even further. Stretch from the hips. Relax your head. Lengthening. Okay, we're thinking about lifting the rib cage away from the hips. Reaching the hips away from the ribs. Relax your neck. Wiggle your toes a little bit. Bend your knees. Breathe. Breathing through the back. Good, everybody. Breathe. You can really breathe now into the back, into the rib cage in the back, the lungs expanding. You've got the opening, the stretch. Feeling the belly expand on the legs if you're close to the legs. Now roll the ball back towards you. And without losing the length, just walk your feet back and bring the savers now right into the front of your heels. So that little spot where it starts to get soft from the hard heel into your arch. It's right there in front of your heel. Should feel a little bit of a tender spot there starting to happen. Push your hips back to the wall a little bit. Get that anchor point down through your legs. Bend your knees a little bit. Really connect. Once you get the connection point, then you can start to push the ball out again in front of you. Drop your head between your arms. Arms are straight. Soft shoulders. Soft elbows. And then you work with that point. You slide back a little bit. You push the ball out even further. And you want to start to pull up on the pelvic floor here a little bit. Contract your hamstrings at the insertion point up there at the top of your legs. Taking a breath in, expand and reach. It's invigorating for the entire body. We're doing an inversion here. Keep reaching, but don't strain the shoulders. Relax your shoulders, relax your head. Keep pushing the ball forward with your fingers. You're trying to go as far forward without straining. Pull back, shift your hips back to the wall. Breathe. Pull up on the pelvic floor, contract your quads, contract your hamstrings. Inhaling. You can breathe all the way through the entire 360 of your torso. Feel it. Bend your knees, sit down into it a little bit. Walk your hands back now, pull the ball back in, and walk your feet back a little bit further and get right into the arch center. Get into that arch center. You want to be able to bend your knees a little bit, get into arch center. You're doing good. And then relax your torso down. Start pushing the ball out in front of you. Dropping your heels down. You can mold the feet. Straighten your legs. Now at this point, you should be able to straighten your legs a little bit as you push the ball forward, as you pull back the hips, push back the hips, straighten your legs. Contract your quad muscles and relax your neck. Shoulders relax. Taking your breath in. Keep reaching. Keep stretching. Breathe. 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 Roll the ball back in, roll it back in, walk your feet back. Now you're right at the beginning of the ball of your foot. Your heels are on the ground now. Bending your knees. Mold that foot around the saber. Heels down, mold. These are a lot nicer than the Wakers, aren't they? Marilyn, are you far enough from the wall to get your feet molded and have plenty of room? Yeah. There you go. That's it. Doing great. Mold the ball. Good. Press your hips to the wall so you're stable. Bend your knees. Roll the ball out really far. Reach. And then you can straighten your, if you can straighten your legs, straighten them. If you need to keep the knees bent, pull up on the pelvic floor now and really contract those hamstrings up at the top. It's a big stretch for the hammies. So you want to make sure you protect the insertion. You want to bend your knees, pull up on the floor, keep the belly engaged. Taking a breath, bending your knees takes the intensity out, but you're still getting a nice stretch. Breath in, breath out. Shake your head a little bit. This is a long inversion. Keep your neck relaxed. Wiggle your toes. One more breath. Bearing weight. Keeping your weight forward, heels down. Go as forward as you can now without falling on your head. Keep your heels down. Keep molding the front of the foot. Taking a breath in. Breath out. Now roll the ball back towards you and just bring your tippy fingers to the floor. Lift your feet and bring the toes down, just those 3 center toes down onto the sabers. 3 center toes down. Slide your toes down. Heels on the floor, balls of the foot on the floor. You just have all that's on there are the toes. Rolling your toes over. And just now bring your hands to your ankles or shins and just bend and straighten the legs. Come into your deep forward fold down. You can wrap your arms around the legs. Press down those toes one at a time. 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2. The 4th toe is the one right next to the pinky toe, and then 3 is the center, and 2 is the one right next to the big toe. Just keep pushing those down, strengthening the feet. And then we'll straighten the legs. If you can, walk your hands up your legs, slight bend in knees, okay? Come on up, really slow. You're coming out of your inversion. So head comes up last. And, feel the shoulders. Feel how you feel the stack. Come off your sabers and stand on your feet on the rug. And see how your posture feels.
I feel like I'm falling back.
Yeah,
Seriously.
that's where we want to be. Because we're always,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's the intention, to get the body back. Walk around. Okay. Okay. Hamstring is gonna be sore, so
Yeah.
the Epsom bath today might be a good idea. Put the Masters on, and
Yes,
launch
that's
the
right.
Masters and soak in the Epsom tub. Okay, let's finish up with the spine. I would suggest that we use, let me show you what we're doing each side. This is a big stretch for the neck, but you might be able to use gold, but I'll show you pearls. We're gonna start right at the mid shoulder. We're gonna come into, this one of our favorites. And then we're gonna roll out. We'll start on the right side, we're gonna roll up into that upper shoulder. So the last routine, we stopped right here, right? So this routine, we're just gonna go up and in over the top of the shoulder to the side of the neck and turn. I think gold might be the way to go here, yeah. It's unless you really have unless you're really tight between your shoulder and your neck. But we'll spend a minute and we're just gonna go over a little bit. No shot there. So come up here, roll it up into the top of your shoulder. You're gonna form the ball and you're gonna get your neck. So watch this first before you do it because you really need to see this, okay? There's plenty of time to do it. You're gonna roll to the right side of your neck on the shoulder. You're gonna take a minute to roll the side of your neck around the ball. And you're gonna place the side of the neck there and then sideline here. Now, the bottom arm goes here. Okay, we'll breathe there. Option here to deepen it. You're gonna bring that top leg behind you. Now, I'm gonna cue this out, but then you're not gonna know where you are when you're down here, trust me. So just take a look and I'll help you. So you're gonna be here, pushing into the ball. This is gonna give the stretch. An option here is to lift up and dump into and lengthen, stretch that, pushing the shoulder away from the ears, right? Hearing, breathing here. Stretch out, the bottom arm's here for a base. You can stretch here, push into it, wrap. And then we come down, we roll to the back and put it at the back of the neck. And then we'll breathe and we'll do the other side. Any questions? Okay.
Where was your ball at St. Louis Sue? On your neck or the top of your shoulder?
Right here, actually, yeah. Let's get, yeah, I'll do it on the side now for you to see. So we start behind we start where we left off on the sideline. We're right behind the shoulder. We scooch. We go to the side of the neck and roll like this. Now, Marilyn, look. We slide this bottom arm under. I'll come around and help. But the high setting is we take that back leg, the top leg, place it behind, and we can go up with the hips. Okay, so let's start now. We got to start, you guys. You can't just roll into it. Okay. So come on up and sit up. Sit up. Okay. We'll start at the back of the low sacrum. Lean back. Finishing up here. Lean back, and round the spine. So we want to finish the energy lines off the correct way, so we don't walk out of here feeling lots of. So round the shoulders, come into a cat pose, exhale out, and then inhale into an easy neutral. One more of those, exhale, down the spine, pull the low back, push the low back to the ball, pull the low belly in, run through the back of the shoulders, and then inhale into that neutral. Okay, push it off to the right. Just peel it up the spine. Soften through the low back, round the spine again. I'm just kind of finishing off the energy lines here. Around the spine, back into that neutral. Take a breath in. Exhale, around the spine. Inhale into that neutral. And relax. Push the ball to the left. Same line, right? Just above the hips. You can hold on to your left knee. Round the spine. Tuck your tailbone. Come into that cat. Inhale back into neutral. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, come back into neutral. Okay, back to center. Push up a little higher. Now you're up to the ribs. You can do a little cross fiber here. Cross through the ribs, hands behind the head. So the more that we concentrate and visit a spot, it just gets a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more relaxed. Can we just smooth out through the ribs here, side to side, side to side. Stay in the center a minute. Pressing down from front sternum to back to ball to floor. So we think, here's where we're thinking, Kathy, when you said I need a 10-pound weight, so you just kind of imagine sort of a 10-pound pressure coming down onto your chest, into the ball, into the floor. And open your elbows now wide, support your skull, and just kind of do a little back bend over, molding the ribs. So kind of the way we did the twist, right? We're going to do the same thing here, just molding the ribs in the center now. We just really pull it all together here. Taking a breath, filling the chest. Exhale, you're going to come back into that cat pose, pushing your head forward, bringing your elbows together. So we keep it, belly's engaging, rounding here. Keep your feet parallel. So we work, setting the hips upright. Go back again, slowly mold those ribs back. Slowly mold the ribs over the back of the ball. Keep molding, molding, molding. You can back bend as far as you can go. Just open the chest, open the elbows, stretch from the armpits. Very nice, everybody. Now take a full breath in here. Inhale, right into the chest, right into the ball. Exhale out. Pull your head forward, pull the armpits, or pull the elbows together. Slide your hands up the back of the skull, lift your skull up, scooch down. Scooch down, and now we're in line with the shoulders. Just line the shoulders, and then cross fiber across, go from the right shoulder to the left. Now we're going to start to focus on one side and the other. So as you slide your torso, you're pushing into your shoulders from the back. And we're going to be on the right side first, so just begin to push. Now just take your body left and park that ball right behind your right shoulder on the top. So we're finishing off that energy line there. Scooch it onto the top of the right shoulder. And just kind of shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. And when it feels like it's there, you're just going to turn to the right, get on the side of your hip, hold the ball, and bring it right into the side of the neck. Move your hair out of the way, move your shirt, and take a minute to really get the ball right on top of the shoulder, right on the side of your neck. Push the ball down onto your shoulder, lift your head away, and lay your side of your neck down. If you need to lift your head up a couple times and lengthen the neck. Start to slide your bottom arm under you. So the elbows, you're laying on your elbow, palms up. So alignment and being very intentional and particular is what this work's about, because we're actually re-educating the body.